Hello, Math Masterminds. We're continuing our unit on geometry. We're now focusing on the surface area of triangular prisms. Today I'm going to focus on the total surface area of a triangular prism. Let's take a look. When we talk about surface area, remember it is the total covering on the faces of a 3D object. The unit of measure is units squared. Now, we've talked about rectangular prisms. Now we're going to take a look at triangular prisms. We're able to identify the base because it's the shape of a triangle. First example, in our triangular prism, we're using the formula just like we use with the rectangular prism, big P times height of the prism plus 2 times big B. Now we need to calculate those values for those variables. We're going to identify our base as the triangle, and we see that the triangle has a base of 6 centimeters. Now, only looking at the triangle, which is our base, we now need to discover the height, which is 4 centimeters. And now the height of the prism is 11 centimeters. I know you need to slow down and make sure that you're paying attention to the height of the triangle from the base versus the height of the prism. Okay, we're talking about two different heights. Now, let's go ahead and do our side work. To find big P, we're still going to add all sides of the triangle. So we're going to add 5 plus 5 plus 6, and we get the perimeter of our base as being 16 centimeters. We've identified the height of the prism as being 11 centimeters. Now let's calculate big B. Big B is the area of the base, and we've identified the base as a triangle. So we calculate the area of a triangle by using the formula half base times height. And we know the base of our triangle is 6. The height of our triangle is 4. And when we plug that into our formula, we get big B is 12. Now I am able to plug in the values for my variables. Once we plug in those values for the variables, we're ready to calculate. And we get the total surface area for that triangular prism is 200 centimeters squared. Let's take a look at another example. Example 2. We have our triangular prism, and most of the time the triangle is going to be resting on the rectangular face. It doesn't mean that's the base. The base has identical twins, and since this is a triangular prism, then the base is going to be a triangle. So now we're going to find the values of our variables. Looking at the triangle base, the base is 12 meters. The height of the triangle is 9 meters, and the height of the prism is 6 meters. Let's do our side work. For our perimeter of the base, we're going to add 9 plus 12 plus 15. We get 36 for the perimeter. The height we've stated is 6 meters. Big B, we're going to look at that triangle again. We're going to use the formula half base times height. So we're going to use half of 12 times 9, which gives us 54. We're now ready to substitute values for variables. We got 36 for big P, 6 for the height of the prism, and 54 for big B. Calculate, and we get this triangular prism has a surface area of 324 meters squared. If you need any assistance, click on the help button in the virtual classroom to see me in Google Meet.